hurt so bad. I slept on this rolled up towel. I don't know if it helped or hurt. I woke up, like, as soon as Hugo saw my eyes open, he was, like, barking at me from the hallway. Like, get up. But you know what? It's his fault, because last night, I opened the door to let them out around midnight, and, Sleepyhead didn't want to get up. So, hey, why should I get up because you didn't want to get up last night to go outside? Sorry you gotta go potty, but, like, I tried to make it happen. I always like to try to take them out, like, right before I go to bed. I don't know why my neck feels so bad. It's gonna be a tiger balm kind of day. Oh, if you guys haven't seen my Snapchat and Instagram stories, I found this little tub of tiger balm. And I had remembered that I had it. I can't remember when someone gave this to me. I was like literally scavenging and searching my entire house for it. This little thing. I finally found it. And I feel like it helps, but it really only helps while it's still tingly. Like once it stops tingling, it doesn't help at all. It says use 3 to 4 times a day, but like I would need it like 24/7. I'm worried too that it'll like discolor my hair. Anyhow. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something hilarious. You know how I order a lot from Amazon Prime now? Well, I ran out of tuna, which is something that really gets Hugo to eat, so I ordered a few cans of tuna on Amazon Prime now. They didn't have them in packs, you had to buy them one by one. So look what I got. I was wondering why they were a little pricey. You don't need a lot of tuna. This is like triple the size of a normal can of tuna. This is 12 ounces of tuna. So, yay. Note to self, don't order tuna on Amazon Prime now. Another favorite place of his. Lay by the water. You like to lay by the water. You the boy, yes you are. So I'm letting my foundation dry like you guys know I like to do before I put my powder on. I think what I'm going to try to do as much as possible is basically sit down and film as I'm putting my makeup on for work. Try to do some more creative things, and then maybe if I probably may not have the time to make it into like a full-on tutorial with voiceovers and all that stuff for my YouTube channel, but perhaps, create little small clips for Instagram, to get more video on Instagram, just to have the content there to play with. It's just been very difficult to get the full videos on YouTube with the fact like, since I'm daily vlogging, I'm filming and editing a new video every day. So just fitting in the other stuff. So one thing that I did get recently, which I've actually been really good at not buying like new makeup because I really don't need it. Like there's nothing really that I need. But one thing that I have found that is trending on Instagram is the lip palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills and like creating different lipstick colors. So I caved and I got it. And then I ended up getting the Moonchild palette because it's something that I've always wanted. But I don't know, there's just something about going to a separate website, and I've gone there and I put it in my cart and I just never ended up getting it because I was just like, eh. But I really want it. So I figured while I was getting it. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of lip palettes. I hate lip palettes. Like, I don't hate them, but I just find them a little cumbersome and not something I reach for all the time. But I figure this is also something else I can use to make little mini videos on Instagram. Oh, that's a lot. Here's the Moonchild palette. It's a lot smaller than I expected. It's smaller than the other one. The other Glow Kits. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, and if you notice it says volume 1 on the front, which means there might be other ones. Okay, so it does come with like a little tiny mixing pan. So that's good. And it comes with, I guess, a brush, but it doesn't come with a, doesn't seem like it comes with a mixer. Oh, I guess the other side is the mixer. So the reason why it kind of irks me when people create combinations and stuff is because the idea of digging in, like I'm always trying to keep my makeup looking perfect, so the idea of digging in is gonna agitate me, but it's for the greater good, it's for mini videos. So then these are like the primary colors and all of that. So definitely something to look forward to. It'll never look this pretty again. The only other thing that I didn't think I wanted when it first came out, but after seeing how many different ways people have used it, it's really like made me want it, is the Kat Von D, is it Alchemist? Like just their like triangle holographic thing, and it's currently sold out. So if they don't restock, then I'm fine. But yeah. Other than that, I've been really good with not buying new makeup. I mean, I look at all the new stuff that's coming out and I'm just kind of like, eh. And before, it was just like I wanted everything because I wanted to be able to do first impressions on everything. But I'm not able to put out as much content on my other channels as I used to be because I'm working now. You know, I work at least 20 hours a week, which isn't a lot, but 20 hours of editing could easily get at least 2 videos up just in that time frame, maybe more, depending on the kind of video. I think I'm going to go for a liquid highlighter today because I don't really dip into my liquid highlighters that much. I really don't. And I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. Because liquid products are just funky. They're just weird to me. Not weird, but they're just, you know, if they're not applied correctly, they can just get strange. They can just get strange. Plus I'm oily, so I tend to go for powders. Usually when I use a liquid luminizer, I set it with a powder luminizer. Not only does it make it pop more, but, you know, I'm rambling. Let's be done with this. What are you up to, Hugo? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about this whole border wall? I know. You don't like walls, they scare you, huh? Speaking of walls, I will share a hilarious story of Hugo. Luna, please stop. Luna, she's doing that rubbing thing again. So, when I first, Luna, no. When I first got Hugo, he was afraid of a lot of things, like a lot of things. And one of the things he was afraid of was my hallway, like the hallway. And at the time, my room was all the way at the end of, you know, the hallway, and he would always like obviously want to be in my room with me. So he would get down right by the front door, like he would just get very low. Like he would just put his head low and he would just be like, and he would take a few steps forward and then back up. And then a few steps forward and then back up. Just like, it was almost like he was getting like amped up to go. And eventually he would literally make a run for it. He would just go and like run through the hallway. It was so funny. It's almost like I'm not as afraid of the dark as I used to be, but like when I would turn off all the lights, I would like run through the house. That's kind of how he would do it. Now he's fine years later. And honestly, I thought for the longest time that it was my previous dog haunting certain parts, because there were certain parts of my room and certain parts that he would not go to. Same thing with the kitchen. My previous dog used to lay in the kitchen all the time, and it took probably 4 years for him to walk through the kitchen. Like he would literally, even if you were offering him a treat or something, he would not walk through the kitchen. He would take 2 steps in and then back up. He would never go straight through. He still doesn't do it very often, but he will do it now. He's such a character. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Luna. 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 I don't want to leave you guys, but I'll be back before you know it. You guys gonna take a little long nap? Hugo has chemo tomorrow. I'm kind of nervous because I feel like his neutrophil count isn't high enough. We'll see what happens. Heading to work now. I'm a little like, not agitated, but I just went on a serious rant with my Patreon community on Periscope. Oh my god. Oof. Just, I needed to vent a little bit, but yeah, I'm heading to work now, and I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Hey guys, so I'm home, and I just fed the dogs. What are you doing? Hugo, What are you doing? Hugo! No shame. You know that I caught you and you're still doing it? Okay, so just fed the dogs. As you can tell, Hugo's wiped his mouth off. Still, hey, still doing it. So I have to freshen up a little bit and then go to a birthday dinner. I'm so tired and I do not feel like going, but I'm just gonna swing by and be like, hey. I made myself a tuna sandwich right now because it's one of those restaurants that the ambiance is nice and like the food is okay, but it's like the fancy food and it's very overpriced for very little amount. So nothing hurts me more than to spend money on food that's not really that great and you don't get really that much of it and it's just like overpriced. Do you guys like that too? Yeah. There's that. Hugo, he's still at it. Oh, you're just gonna sit there and pretend like you weren't doing that? Yeah, I know. So this is a restaurant called Finca. It's kind of... Okay, so I'm back home. I just went for a little while. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog. One thing I will say is I haven't had that much time to check in on what's going on, but just the gist of what I'm seeing that Steve Bannon, who's part of the Orange Man's team, is telling the media that they should just shut up and listen. That's not what the media is for, in case you didn't know. The media is to hold people accountable, especially the government. That's why we have freedom of the press. It's kind of important. So I just got a kick out of Jake Tapper, who was just like, no. And then moved on to the next story. It's so funny. And I'm super disappointed that Miami is the first city. Not that I'm surprised, because it's such a piece of crap city. It's the first city to decide, you know what, we're not gonna be a sanctuary city anymore. And basically the mayor told law enforcement that they have to comply with the Orange Man's rules. It's just like, not surprised at all. I have all the cities. Of course it's mine. But yeah, hope you guys are having an awesome evening or awesome morning whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.